When the Fairly OddParents first debuted years ago, the world was left to wonder, how can I get some awesome fairy godparents? The magical adventures, the hilarious wishes, fairy world, fans just couldn't get enough. My name is Tim, and today on channel Frederator, we're counting down 107 facts you should know about the Fairly OddParents. Let's get started. Number 1. The Fairly OddParents is turning 15 years old. The first full-length episode, The Big Problem, premiered on Friday, March 30th, 2001. Number 2. It was created by Butch Hartman, who also created Danny Phantom and Tough Puppy, and named by Bill Burnett, co-creator of Chalk Zone. Number 3. Hartman thought of the idea for the show in October of 1997, while working as a storyboard artist on the first season of Johnny Bravo at Cartoon Network. Number 4, which is why Hartman originally pitched the show to Cartoon Network, but they turned it down. When asked how long it took him to write the pitch, Butch answered, 15 minutes. Number 5. Hartman produced 10 7-minute Fairly OddParents shorts as part of Frederator's Oh Yeah Cartoons anthology preceding the series. Number 6. Channel Frederator, yes, this channel Frederator, was founded by network mastermind Fred Seibert. He's also the executive producer of the Fairly OddParents alongside Hartman. Number 7. The show was created alongside a fresh batch of cartoons in Seibert's Oh Yeah Cartoons and Random Cartoons, a project specifically aimed at making several 7-minute short gag animations. Some other shows from this project include Chalk Zone, My Life as a Teenage Robot, Fanboy and Chum Chum, and Adventure Time. Number 8. Hartman wanted the main character to easily move from one location to the next. He thought magic would be the best source for this ability, and that it'd be even funnier if the main character had no control over it and had to rely on someone else. This is how Timmy ended up having fairy godparents. Number 9. Initially, Hartman decided to make a show about a little boy with a fairy godmother like Cinderella's, but then realized he'd never seen a show with a fairy godfather, so he added Cosmo to the mix. Number 10. Timmy Turner, the show's 10-year-old hero, is named after Hartman's younger brother, Timmy Hartman. Hartman hopes to make more shows with protagonists that he can name after his other brothers. Number 11. Distinguishing its style from other animated shows, The Fairly OddParents is heavily dialogue-driven and written like a live-action sitcom in a writer's room. Number 12. For years, the writers were led by stand-up comic Steve Marmol, who also worked on I Am Weasel, Danny Phantom, Family Guy, and Yin Yang Yo. Number 13. The Simpsons inspired Hartman to create a show that incorporated a big cast of characters. Number 14. Besides being the creator of several hit Nickelodeon series, Hartman appeared in the 80s sitcom Growing Pains and the long-running soap opera Days of Our Lives. Number 15. In the Fairly OddParents shorts featured in Oh Yeah Cartoons, Timmy Turner was originally voiced by Mary Kay Bergman. Following Bergman's passing, Tara Strong was cast to voice Timmy. Number 16. When Strong auditioned for the role of Timmy, she was given a character drawing and a script to draw inspiration for his voice. She was also asked to watch the short pilot and try and match Mary Bergman's style, but to also make it her own. Number 17. Strong is also known as the voice of Bubbles from Powerpuff Girls, Twilight Sparkle from My Little Pony, Harley Quinn in Batman: Arkham Knight, Raven from Teen Titans Go, Terrence from Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, and Omi from Shaolin Showdown. Number 18. According to Strong, if Timmy Turner and Harley Quinn were in a throwdown, Harley would win. Number 19. Suzanne Blackesley's voice for Wanda was heavily influenced by her first impression of her character's design, especially her swirly pink hair. Number 20. Wanda's design was inspired by Wilma Flintstone from the classic 1960s animated series, The Flintstones. Number 21. Originally, Hartman wanted Timmy to have a blue hat, but after his blue marker ran out of ink, he tried using a pink marker and stuck with it. Number 22. In the shorts on Oh Yeah Cartoons, Timmy's parents' faces are never shown. They are usually shown from the neck down or just the top of their heads. Number 23. Tootie made her first appearance in the short The Fairy Flu when the Fairly OddParents was still on Oh Yeah Cartoons. After her debut, Tootie's character design was transformed. She originally had pink rounded glasses and a blue t-shirt with pink pants. In the series, she is shown with purple cat eye glasses and braces. Number 24. Hartman describes Timmy as a sarcastic, quick-tempered, wise guy who loves comic books and video games. He confesses Timmy is his alter ego, except Hartman doesn't have fairy godparents. Number 25. When creating Fairy World, Hartman wanted to achieve the ultimate vacation world and was inspired by Disneyland, where anything could happen. And if you're looking for Disneyland stuff, we have 107 facts on Disneyland, where anything can happen. Number 26. In Fairy World, there are streets named after magicians, like Penn and Teller. You can see for yourself in the episode, That Old Black Magic. Number 27. When Cosmo competes in Fairy Idol, his performance is actually sung by American Idol's Season 3 runner-up, Deanna DeGarmo. Number 28, Hartman thought it would be funny if the leader of the fairies was someone you would least expect, like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Number 29, Hartman also wanted Fairy Academy to seem like the least stereotypical fairy place ever, one where everyone had to do push-ups and lift weights. Number 30, the first season of The Fairly OddParents had only 7 episodes. To put that in perspective, the latest season, season 9, had 26. Number 31, it took Hartman and his crew a year to make those first 6 episodes, which Nickelodeon kept airing throughout 2001. Once they realized they had a hit, they ordered more. Number 32, Timmy's parents are definitely Trekkies, as evidenced by their son's middle name, Tiberius, in reference to Star Trek's first Starfleet captain, James Tiberius Kirk. Number 33, while recording the episode The Odd Couple, Gray Delisle, the voice of Vicki, Tootie, Veronica, Chad, and many others, added the line, "Ricky, don't lose that number. You don't want to call nobody else. Send it off in a letter to yourself." Those are the lyrics to Steely Dan's hit song, Ricky, Don't Lose That Number. Number 34, when coming up with the premise for Wishology, one of the writers suggested including a band like Kiss, but calling them Smooch. That's because the staff never expected to get Kiss to be in the episode, but they agreed. They even gave them permission to use the song Rock and Roll All Night and use their signature Kiss makeup and costumes. Number 35, that's right, fairies rock and roll all night and party every day. In the show, Fairy World is guarded by Gene Simmons, Paul Stanley, Eric Singer, and Tommy Thayer, and they protect fairies from the darkness using their rock and roll powers. Number 36, Fairy World isn't the only secret magical world that exists. There's also Harry World, which is Harry, and Scary World, which isn't all that scary, and Dairy World, which is run by talking magical cows. Number 37, the voice behind the comical April Fool in the episode Christmas Every Day is a parody of comedian Jerry Seinfeld.
Hey, genius! I haven't said the punchline yet!
Number 38, the voice of the head pixie in Sanderson is Ben Stein, who was also the economics teacher in Ferris Bueller's Day Off. He's also an economist. Hey everyone, taking a quick break to let you know what's coming up next week. On Tuesday on Cartoon Hangover, we have 107 facts about the Spider-Man animated series. Then on Thursday on channel Frederator, we have 107 more facts about Steven Universe, because it turns out that you guys really like Steven Universe. And with that, back to the facts. Number 39, Hartman described working on the special Channel Chasers as a nerd's paradise, because everyone who works on the show is a huge cartoon geek and a huge fan of all the shows referenced in the episode. The episode references 21 shows, including, and get ready for this, The Jetsons, Rugrats, Fat Albert, Johnny Quest, Strawberry Shortcake, Peanuts, Space Ghost, Politically Incorrect, Wheel of Fortune, The Flintstones, Speed Racer, Scooby-Doo, Where Are You, Batman, the Animated Series, Tom and Jerry, Looney Tunes, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, The Simpsons, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Dragon Ball Z, Blue's Clues, and Sesame Street. Number 40. Hartman loves all of his characters, but he's particularly attached to Cosmo because he does the wrong thing most of the time, but always means well. Number 41. Darren Norris voices Cosmo, Mr. Turner, Jorgen von Strangle, Anti-Cosmo, and George Washington. He also voices the Chief, Francisco, and the Chameleon on Tough Puppy. Number 42. Since the premiere of the shorts on Oh Yeah Cartoons, Norris's performance as Cosmo has evolved. At first, he played Cosmo similar to a cool Phil Hartman type, but as the writers made Cosmo dumber and dumber, Norris shifted his voice to sound more high-pitched and dopey.
This pirate game was your idea, Timmy.
Number 43. In 2006, Nickelodeon ceased production of the show, and the episode, Timmy the Barbarian / No Substitute for Crazy, was the series finale. However, in 2007, Nickelodeon granted The Fairly OddParents another 20 episodes, and after its one-year hiatus, the show returned with the 48-minute episode, Fairly Odd Baby. Number 44. Fairly Odd Baby is the highest viewed episode for the series with a total of 9.1 million views. The only program to draw in more children viewers the year it premiered was the Super Bowl. Number 45. By 2007, Timmy had 41 different costume changes. He's been a superstar, a blob, a dragon, a barbarian, a merman, a two-headed crab, and the list goes on and on. Number 46. Cosmo and Wanda also hide themselves in plain sight using a variety of strange and adorably matching disguises. They've been, get ready, goldfish pens, dogs, cows, squirrels, a heart, a lunchbox, stick figures, and more. As of 2007, they've disguised themselves over 63 times. Number 47. When the show's artists have to draw the fairies raising their arms, they lower the fairy's corresponding wing. This is done to avoid the arm blocking the wings and to maintain strong silhouettes for the characters. Number 48. Timmy lives in Dimsdale, which is supposed to be located in Northern California. The town Dimsdale, spelled with one M, is an actual suburb in the UK where there's also a Simpson Street. Remember that Hartman was influenced by The Simpsons when creating the Fairly OddParents? I love it when a town comes together. Number 49. Besides Star Trek and The Simpsons, Hartman is also a big fan of Star Wars and has dropped little references to it throughout the series. For example, in the episodes Escape from Unwish Island and Hard Guppy, the recurring villain character Dark Laser is a reference to infamous bad dad Darth Vader. And in the episode Abracatastrophe, Cosmo and Timmy reenact a scene from Star Wars Episode 5. Number 50. Speaking of dads, Darren Norris, who voices Cosmo and Timmy's dad, also got to act as Timmy's dad in the live-action film A Fairly Odd Movie. If you didn't know there was a live-action movie, there is. Number 51. Inspired by how effectively people could learn through listening to songs from Schoolhouse Rock, Hartman wanted to create a theme song that told audiences what the show was about. Hartman was also influenced by the theme songs from The Flintstones and Gilligan's Island. Number 52. Guy Moon, the musical composer for the show, has also worked on Cow and Chicken, Johnny Bravo, Chalk Zone, and The Electric Piper. Moon even holds the record for most scores for Oh Yeah cartoons. Number 53. Originally for the opening title sequence, Timmy was going to get hit in the head with a soccer ball. In the finalized title sequence, he gets knocked over by a volleyball. Wonder what made them change that little detail. Number 54. For the opening of each episode, Vicki's head gets turned into an object or character that relates to the theme of the episode. The only time she wasn't changed was for Escape from Unwishland / The Gland Plan, where instead of changing her head, Cosmo's head turns into Vicki's. Number 55, also from the episode Escape from Unwishland, Timmy passes by lockers for things that he didn't want to wish for. On them are the names of celebrities such as P. Diddy, Vanilla Ice, and Duran Duran. Number 56, the episode Tim Visible was the first time the show staff tried to create an invisible character. We imagine creating invisible characters might have its challenges. Number 57, the comic book superhero Crimson Chin is voiced by none other than Jay Leno, also known for his punchlines and strong jawline. Number 58, recording sessions for voice actors typically take 3 hours, but Leno would wrap up after just 20 minutes. The recording studio also happened to be right down the street from where Leno would tape The Tonight Show. Number 59, in the episode Crash Nebula, Sprig can be seen reading a Brock Rocket book, and the back cover features Danny Phantom, which Hartman also created. Number 60, after reading Crash Nebula, Hartman was in development to create a new full-length animated spin-off series that revolved around the character Crash Nebula, but he ultimately didn't make it because he was already busy with the Fairly OddParents and Danny Phantom. Number 61, another referencing Easter egg. In the episode Poltergeeks, Danny Phantom can be seen in one of the screens of Mr. and Mrs. Turner's lair. Number 62, Elmer, the boy with the boil, is named after Hartman, whose real name is Elmer Earl Hartman. In one of the early drafts of the pilot short, Elmer was originally named Carl. Number 63, Elmer's boil is named Bob after one of the show's former producers, Bob Boyle. Number 64, the side of Elmer's face that has the boil switches throughout the series. Number 65, Timmy's friend Chester has been played by 2 voice actors. From 2001 to 2003, he was played by Frankie Muniz from Malcolm in the Middle. After 2003, Jason Marsden took over the role of Chester. Number 56, Timmy's friend AJ has also been voiced by 2 different actors, Ibrahim Hanif Muhammad from 2001 to 2003, and Gary Leroy Gray from 2002 to 2013. Number 67. The Fairly OddParents had 3 crossover episodes with the show The Adventures of Jimmy Neutron, Boy Genius, which includes both 2D and 3D animation. Number 68. On average, artists have to make 125 background drawings per episode. That's because there is no set floor plan or layout to the house. This allows storyboard artists to knock down or add walls depending on the episode. Number 69. The 9th season introduced fans to Timmy's new magical dog, Sparky. Hartman explains that Sparky originally started as a little ball of floof, but after a lot of sketching, ended up on his current design. His wings prove he's a fairy, Hartman added. Number 70. Matt Taylor, who previously worked on Tough Puppy, says voicing Sparky has been his favorite project with Hartman so far. Number 71. Timmy's dog Sparky was inspired by Rick Moranis' character Louis Tully from Ghostbusters. When creating the voice of Sparky, Taylor even looked to Moranis' performance for inspiration.
I know a lot of words, I just ate a dictionary.
Number 72. During his first recording session as Sparky, Tara Strong jokingly busted Taylor's chops saying, "You better be funny," and didn't allow him to look at her until he finally made her laugh. All throughout the recording session, Taylor covered his face to avoid looking into Tara's eyes. Number 73. The show's artist created over 28 character designs for Sparky before making a final decision. In a previous design, Sparky even looked a bit like a Pac-Man ghost. Number 74. Sparky's color scheme was ultimately chosen to be yellow and orange because it works best with the rest of the show's characters. Other colors Hartman considered making Sparky included blue, green, and pink. Number 75. Wanda's sister Blonda is voiced by funny lady Julia Louis-Dreyfus, who's also starred in Veep, Seinfeld, The New Adventures of Old Christine, and A Bug's Life. Number 76. Blonda was imagined by Hartman's daughter Carly when she was 8 years old. Number 77. In the episode It's a Wishful Life, Hartman gives a shout out to his other daughter, Sophia, as the idealized daughter of Timmy's parents. Number 78. Mr. Crocker, who constantly tries to uncover Timmy's fairies, was inspired by the character Walter Kornbluth from the film Splash. In Splash, Kornbluth tries to prove that mermaids exist. Number 79. Hartman and his writers love to write for Timmy's dad, Mr. Crocker, and Cosmo. They say working with them always guarantees a good laugh. Number 80. Catman is voiced by the legendary actor Adam West. You might know him as Batman from the 1960s series and feature film, or as Mayor West in Family Guy. Number 81. In the episode Miss Dimsdale, Adam West became the first actor to portray himself on the Fairly OddParents. Number 82. Trixie is voiced by Dion Kwan, who is also the voice of Kimmy Fisher in the Rugrats. Since Kwan is blind, she reads her scripts from Braille. Number 83. Timmy has a secret skill, biting his toenails, yet he's horrified by feet. Number 84. Timmy has another bad habit. At night, he grinds his teeth together. Considering his buck teeth are the most valuable in the universe, valued at $350 million, he should probably do something about that. Number 85. Timmy's deepest secret is that he doesn't feel fulfilled and happy enough to relieve Wanda and Cosmo from their duties as his fairy godparents. Number 86. Carlos Jaime Alazraqui is voice actor for Denzel Crocker, Juandissimo Magnifico, Sheldon Dinkelberg, the Mayor, and Grandpa Vlad. Number 87. Cosmo is multi-talented. He's written a book called Conversations with Butch, and he's also in a band. He plays the electric triangle in The Fairies with Pan, Beethoven, Santa, and Eric Clapton. Number 88. Timmy Turner's parents' names have never been revealed. Usually they're only referred to as Mom and Dad, Mr. and Mrs. Turner, or Timmy's mom and dad. Number 89. In the episode Babyface, Timmy is able to spell out "I wish I was 10" on a license plate that only holds 7 characters. Number 90. Cosmo's secret password is Philip, which is also the name of his nickel that he is oddly attached to. Number 91. Hartman voices Dr. Rip Studwell, the fairy doctor who's also a soap opera actor, and admits the character most closely resembles himself. He also noted that the character designers set out to make Dr. Rip Studwell a much younger version of himself. Number 92. In addition to Dr. Rip Studwell, Hartman has made over 15 cameos in the Fairly OddParents. He's appeared as Tinkerbell in The Shiny Bacteria in Tiny Timmy, the President in The Old Black Magic, the Bouncer in Foul Bald, the Soap Star in The Boy Who Would Be Queen, the Police Guard in The Big Problem, the Gardener in Dog's Day Afternoon, the Alien Captain in Spaced Out, the Ticket Guy in Fairy Quite Contrary, the Bus Driver in A Wish Too Far, the Football Coach in The Big Problem, the Mayor's Guard in Dream Goat, the Monster in Mighty Mom and Dino Dad, and the Man in the Brown Shirt in The Big Problem.
That's just plain creepy.
Number 93. The Fairly OddParents is the second longest running animated series on Nickelodeon following SpongeBob. Number 94. And in true Easter egg fashion, in the episode App Trap, a human caricature of SpongeBob can be spotted. Number 95. The Fairly OddParents is aired in 113 countries and territories and is dubbed in 27 languages. Number 96. The show celebrated its 10th anniversary on July 9th, 2011 with their first live-action CGI movie, A Fairly Odd Movie, Grow Up, Timmy Turner. Hartman wanted to take the series in a new direction for the movie, and he had always wanted to make a live-action CGI movie. Number 97. There have been 3 live-action Fairly OddParents movies, including A Fairly Odd Movie, Grow Up, Timmy Turner, A Fairly Odd Christmas, and A Fairly Odd Summer. For its international release, A Fairly Odd Summer is called A Fairly Odd Paradise. Number 98. Drake Bell, who played Timmy in the live-action movies, says his favorite episode is Miss Dimsdale, when Timmy's dad decides to compete in the Miss Dimsdale beauty pageant. Number 99. Miss Dimsdale marks the first episode Timmy's dad dressed in drag, but certainly not the last. Number 100. The voice behind the talented and delicious pop sensation Chip Skylark is actual pop star and former member of NSYNC, Chris Kirkpatrick. Number 101, Timmy and Chip Skylark share the same birthday. Both characters were born on March 21st, making them both an Aries. Aries are supposed to be optimistic and enthusiastic, yet impulsive and impatient. Number 102, when Chip Skylark gets stressed out, his teeth lose their shininess and his hair loses its sheen. The solution? The sound of a flushing toilet. Number 103, Chloe Carmichael, Timmy's new neighbor in season 10, is voiced by Carrie Walgren. Walgren also voiced Little Susie from Phineas and Ferb, and one of her first voice acting jobs was to record herself screaming for a Six Flags commercial. Number 104. More importantly, Chloe will also be his god sister. That's right, Timmy will have to share Cosmo and Wanda with Chloe, which means on average they each get one, which seems like it works out. Number 105, Chloe joins the long list of Cosmo and Wanda's godchildren, including Tina Turner, Bill Gates, and Benjamin Franklin. Number 106, mark your calendars, season 10 of The Fairly OddParents premieres Friday, January 15th at 7:30 p.m. Number 107, Hartman has said that if he had his own fairy godparents, he'd wish for more time to make episodes of The Fairly OddParents. Thank you for watching Tuned Up's 107s, where we cover everything you've ever wanted to know about your favorite cartoons. If you liked this video, you might also enjoy 107 facts about Phineas and Ferb, or 107 facts about Hey Arnold. You can click on those links right now. Also, in case you haven't heard, we have a new nifty phone number that you can call to let us know what you'd like to see next. That number is 917-408-3733. So go ahead, leave us a voicemail, let us know who you are and where you're calling from, and if we like your message a lot, we might feature it in a future episode. So go ahead, give us a call, and remember, Frederator loves you.